Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. Oh, I should have turned down my air conditioner. It is on a higher setting. Hopefully you can hear me alright over it. So I'm doing card of the day. I'm going to be doing a Triptych Door, so I'm using 2 decks. It's going to be like an extended card of the day, because I'm going to get at least 3 cards. I did want to point out that I had a sudden, eureka moment last night as to why I've been getting Sagittarius energy so much for the last few weeks. It wasn't just the full moon in Sagittarius on June 5th. It's the north and south nodes are, at least how I understand it, are usually in Cancer and Capricorn. But right now, the north node is Gemini and the south node is Sagittarius. So I've been getting a lot of Gemini energy, and I thought it was just because of Gemini season and because of Mercury retrograde. But I've also been getting a crap ton of Sagittarius energy over and over and over again. And it just, my guides were like, duh, the nodes. I was like, oh my god, I remember hearing about that a few months ago. So it's the north and south nodes apparently having a huge influence, and I looked it up for a second, and I've been saying that Sagittarius energy has a lot to do with um, like core fire energy, um, your like your inspiration and what you're doing in life, that kind of energy, focused in a certain direction. And when I looked it up brief for about 10 seconds, South Node Sagittarius has to do with purging and letting go of stuff and reviewing things and whatnot. So that would also have to do with being able to move in a certain sense. Um, so I did clear and shuffle these decks, so I'm going to go ahead and get cards. For my center card, I'm using the Aquarian Tarot. For the side cards, I'm using my music deck that I made for myself. Almost had one come out. Oh, also, when I did my energy report for, I think it was the energy report I did yesterday for Sirius, but it might have been the other readings I was doing, the astrology. I had said something about the full moon on the 5th being in Cancer, but it wasn't in Cancer, it was in Capricorn. And I think what I meant was that we're in Cancer right now, sun sign Cancer, but also if the moon is doing something in Cancer or in Capricorn, it makes no difference to me, because sun sign Capricorn and my rising is Cancer. So for however many years it was that all those eclipses were in Cancer and Capricorn, I was getting my ass kicked. It's getting astro slammed. So part of that's just because it makes no difference to me, and also because I'm not that keen on the astrological stuff. But we're in sun sign Cancer, so there's Cancerian energy. Cancer rules the moon, but the 5th, the full moon was in Capricorn, actually. So there's a distinct difference. And again, it didn't really matter for me because I was going to get the energy no matter what. Okay. Now I am thirsty. Nobody needs to hear me go hoarse. That's a bad sound. Okay, so on one side I have the 6 of Swords, Bohemian Rhapsody. And on the other side I have 8 of Wands in the challenged position. So this song is Bring It On Home to me. Just give me a second here. Yeah, it is Sam Cooke. I don't know why I second guessed that. Check. So I have 8 and 6, that's 14, that could potentially be um, temperance, balance. 6 of Swords is usually my sailing away from the bullshit card. It's up right here, so we're coming out of the darkness, essentially. There's a fractal of Freddy there from the video. Oh, the energies. Mercury in Aquarius, so there's that background Gemini energy. But Mercury's also ruling Virgo. So we have Virgo energy, Taurus energy, but Taurus is connected to Venus, which is the Empress and also rules Libra. So there's this little chain of air and earth energy involved in that. It's a little bit like the grass is greener on the other side, but I'm going to go find more fertile ground for, like, the area over here sucks. Like, I can't grow anything. My thoughts are too big for this box. Like, I can't get out of it. Either Marcel Marceau or voguing, depending on what you're dealing with. So the 8 of Wands, Mercury and Sagittarius. Literally what I was just talking about. So we're moving. So essentially it's like, what's the difference between Aquarius and Sagittarius? Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter, Aquarius ruled by Uranus. So we're and I've been mentioning this a lot lately, we're dealing with outer planets that have to do with larger um, larger themes in life, things that are long term, that take place over decades, that are themed to all of your life or more of your life. Larger aspects like who you are, what you're doing, what's your core versus how do I feel about this today. I mean, Jupiter does have to do with luck. It's connected to the wheel, so there's a potential of movement. The 8 of Wands is either coming in fast and or communicating, but it's the phone is off the hook. You're getting a dial tone here, right? It's like, I'm going to meet my connection, but I can't get them with my cell phone. I hope they're there when I get there, kind of energy. But what's going on between these two, this trying to balance, being slightly off balance, and hoping that the communication connects you to, like, the better place that you're going to. We have 9 of Cups, contentment. Jupiter and Pisces. So more Sagittarius energy. Pisces rules the moon card, and this is half of the moon, interestingly. So there's this sort of juxtaposition between the dark and the light. 9 and 6, 15. That could be potential devil energy, but then we have 9 and 8, 17, the star. And what's happening between them would be 16, the tower. So there's this sort of reference to trying to rebuild something and wishing and hoping that your connection is going to be there when you get there. It's like, I'm trying to call them and tell them that I'm going to be like 10 minutes late, but I can't get a hold of them, so I hope they don't leave before I can get there. I hope they're not mad at me. Okay. I was flopping the deck around before I looked at it, so I don't know what direction this is, but we're going to say this is in the challenge position as well. So on the bottom of this deck, to go with the 6 and the 8, I have 2 of Swords, and it's the theme song for Mortal Kombat. So instead of swords, I think that's, yeah, Scorpion, because the ice guy has the, Sub-Zero has blue, the same outfit. So the Scorpion's got these arrowheads on chains, but they look like swords from this picture that I scabbed off the internet. Okay, so 2 of Swords, Mortal Kombat. 2 of Swords, I relate the High Priestess to Pisces, even though it's ruled by the moon, which is ruled by Cancer. The 2 of Swords is a low vibrational energy of the High Priestess, and I think I just said that and repeated myself. But there's a duality, that light and dark idea, trying to gain a different perspective, which is this card as well. My visions are being stifled in this area. I need to go over here. So a little bit of a challenge there. But notice we have a potential for completion. 8 and 2 is 10. Then I also have 8, 8, 16. That is the tower that was mentioned before. So let me get 2 of Swords energy is the moon in Libra. So there's that air energy again, and then specifically the moon as well. 9 times 2, 18, the moon. Alright, so we have 7 of rods here. So we do have fire energy again. This is Mars in Leo. So here's the other 2 fire signs, Aries and Leo. And then we also have sun energy. So there is, like I said, there's this juxtaposition of light and dark here with this half energy here on the 9 of Cups. 7 of Rods. It's like defending your position. A little bit of covering your own ass energy. I have 9 and 7, that's 16 again. So it's sort of like what's being rebuilt here is kind of a standoff energy between one point of view and another. You know, someone didn't let their guard down. They pretended and threw up a wall, and that's the tower that's come down. The communication is sort of stalled right now. It's like, I want to talk, I want to come in, I want to do this, and like, can we please just come away from what happened before? So, but the resolution is here, right? We have the ability to open up to higher perspectives, where I'm going to see it from a different point of view, so I won't be locked into this dark garbage where I feel like I have to keep defending myself against some onslaught because I feel like I'm being attacked. So I have 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 2 of Swords. So what I see is something that's almost there. If I add the 2, that gives me 11. That's universal timing. It's a twin flame number, but if you're not twins, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But I also see if it's Roman numerals, it's 1 and 1, which tells me the High Priestess again. But the idea is that there is this ability for rapid increase. 12, 14, 16, 18. So what I see is actually happening on multiple levels. It's like you're trying to get into that sun energy 19, but it's currently a background because this communication is on hold. So I see 6, 7, 8, 9 trying to get to a completion. 9 at least contentment if you break communication. But even this is bifurcated into 2 segments. 1, 2. In fact, all of these cards are divided, right? 1, 2. There's a line across here. 1, 2. And the rubber band fell off and the moon popped out. Look at that. And then there's a split here between this triangle up here and this one down here. So there is this division, but also this duality. Like I said, it's 6, 7, 8, 9 happening at the same time as 12, 14, 16, 18. It's like you take the high road, I'll take the low road, and we'll end up being 2 streets away from each other. But wait for a second, I'm going to tell you, I'm right there. I'll be there in a few minutes. So it's not like ships crossing in the night. It's like, give me a few more minutes, I'm almost there. Okay, so there is potential for conflict resolution here. We're just waiting for the phone to have service, essentially. Okay, so that's the extended card of the day here. If you want to get a tarot reading, personal tarot reading, my most basic tarot reading is called Help Me, I Can't Afford a Reading. It's $9, it's 6 cards. This Triptych Door reading that I just did is $22, and then I have 11 other readings to choose from. I have actual art products. I have my little chapbook packs, which are kind of like oracle readings. There are images and there's little poetry in there, and some of the things have numbers on them because of the dates and whatnot. So it's images, it's writing. It's similar to grabbing cards off of a deck. It's like a synchronicity stimulus packet. So those are available in my catalog. There's a scaled pricing for how many you get. I have other stuff in here, psychedelic drawings, made-to-order things like stuffed animals and foam lotuses. And the complete list of tarot readings I have is available, as well as links to that art stuff, merch and prints and merch, coloring books and stuff. All of that's going to be in the description box of my infomercial video, which is going to be linked below this one. Or you can just email me, thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com. I'll get you all that information. If you want to help keep this channel running, you can energy exchange, donations. You can hit that tip jar, paypal.me/CATtheMinion. I also have Cash App and Venmo. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment if you're nasty, and check out the playlists tab for the different kinds of stuff I'm doing, and check out the discussion tab for like random updates as well. So hopefully we'll see you later. Stay groovy. Bye.